This vlog is all about my journey from au pair visa to working visa. Okay, so let's start with this working visa here in Belgium. How? Why? Why not? Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Margieyfrancisco from the Philippines and I'm currently living here in Belgium. And for today's video, I'm so happy that I am finally doing this vlog. This is all about my working visa journey here in Belgium. If this is not your first time watching my vlogs, you probably know that I was an au pair for 2 years in the Netherlands first and then in Bruges. This vlog is all about my journey from au pair visa to working visa. Many of my friends were asking me how did I find this opportunity and how are they going to do it as well. So it took me some time to make this vlog because this is risky. I have to be honest that this procedure is risky and I needed to be sure that I will get mine. So this is my visa. I have to hide like of course this is valid until it's too hard na. It's difficult not to share. But this is valid until 2023 and then 3 months or 2 months before the expiration date, I have to renew again. Friends, this is just my experience in Belgium, so I don't know the procedures in other countries, and if you are wondering, you can do the research yourself, but this is just about having a working visa here in Belgium. Okay, so how it all started. This is a short story. I will try my best to make this short as possible. I came to Bruges as an au pair in October, and so one weekend I went to Bruges to see a friend, and then outside the train station I met this group of Filipinas, and I was just thinking that they're Filipinas because they look like one. So I approached them because I want to make friends and I like socializing to other people, and so I met them, I talked to them, and then we connected on Instagram and then Facebook. I knew that few of them were au pairs, but the other one, or maybe 1 or 2 of them, were already working here in Belgium. I asked how and where can I find a family as well. Of course, if you are an au pair, you want to do something that will last for like 2 years or more than 2 years, because in having an au pair visa, 1 year is just too fast. It goes too fast. So I'm so grateful. I am so happy that God connected me to these people, and through them, they were the instruments of this opportunity. And of course, as an instrument as well, I will share it to you. Okay, so let's start with this working visa here in Belgium. How? Why? Why not? So this is the story how I found a family where I am currently working at the moment. So this is the Facebook group. I'll put it here. And in this Facebook group, I found the family. So that's it. And you can look for families yourself there, but be aware that there are also scammers. That's the reality of these days, that not all the time what you see is the truth. And so you have to be extra careful. Now, the story behind it was I was just looking for family. I was just trying if maybe I can find one or I can't. So I just tried. I also found families in that group on Facebook where they're looking for someone but they can't provide for a visa. Meaning they will pay you but undeclared. Okay. And I don't want to risk myself in that situation, because if I still have the opportunity to cross country, to go to Norway or to other countries like Luxembourg or France to become an au pair. Why settle? Friends, you are the one who will look for a family here in Belgium. Or you can ask people you know who are living here in Belgium. Maybe they know someone or a family who's looking for a nanny. Okay, my job here in Belgium, in Brussels, is nanny. Now you finally know what I'm doing here in Brussels. So I take care of a child. I help the family with their house. I clean their house. I walk their dog. That's how the life here. It's not easy, but I'm happy and I'm contented. And we have a nice and good relationship with the family where I am currently working in. I am in the right place of my life right now, so I don't have problems with it because I'm happy. And what's wrong with being a nanny? As long as you're doing good or you're having fun with your job and you can still do things. Because I am a nanny, but I am free weekends and I can do things, I can still explore, just like when I was an au pair. Of course, I have now my salary and I can help my family more now than when I was an au pair. So what's the problem with it? Well, so let's go back to the story. I've talked to families who are looking for a nanny, but they are not willing to apply for a visa because, friends, this is the truth. Most of the families don't get nanny because it's very expensive to get a nanny that's declared, okay? That's why families are getting au pairs because it's not cheap to get an au pair, but of course, it's cheaper than getting a nanny because in getting a nanny, you have to pay for the lawyer and the risk is big. Sometimes the approval rate is not that high, so it's the risk from the au pair and the risk from the family. I am so blessed because the family where I'm currently working, I told them that I will only accept the job if they are willing to apply for my visa because again, I don't want to stay here without visa since I want to go home and I want to go back. And if you don't have visa, you cannot go home to the Philippines and go back. So yeah. And what else? So we have a lawyer who fought for kind of the case because, friends, even though you are a professional from the Philippines and you go here to Belgium or to other European countries, it's difficult to get a job since there's an employment rate as well in that or in this country. So the lawyer needs to fight. Why do we need to hire Margie instead of Belgians who don't have work, who are jobless? Because there's again an employment rate here. That's why if you are an accountant from the Philippines and then you will move here to Belgium and you will look for a job, and of course you need to have a visa. For example, you don't have visa yet and the company has to how do you call that? They need to, I don't know, justify. They need to justify why this specific person, why not other Belgians from here who don't have work. So that's how difficult life in getting visa. Therefore, I am so happy for my friends who met their lover here in Europe and then they live together and through that they have now visa and with that you can have a job aside from cleaning, aside from being a nanny. If you're like me who needs to strive harder to get a visa, so being a nanny is the key, but it's also risky. I'm about to pick up the child from school and I forgot to say this, that in this family where I'm currently working in, we had two procedures. The first procedure was they applied for my visa as their employee in a company, and I think it's difficult to do that because again there are Belgians who don't have work or job, who are jobless here in Belgium, and who I'm Margie. So I was denied, and that's the first procedure. And the second procedure, they employed me in their house, like, of course, a nanny. So that one is approved. Luckily, my visa got approved, and the day is January 30, and I got my visa. And we applied August of 2022, and I waited for 5 months. August, September, October, November, December, January. But I've heard from my employer here that if you stayed here in Belgium and your visa has already expired, you have to go back to the Philippines, and then the family will process the papers in the Philippines. Yeah. So if you are planning to become a nanny, to be a nanny like me, you have to look for a family and then process before 2 months or 3 months before the expiration of your current visa. So I am doing like this, and my time is not enough because I still need to get ready to pick up the kid, my best friend, from his school. Okay, so the waiting time for me was 5 months, but before that, I've received a temporary visa. Whenever police checks on me, I have something to show that I have a temporary visa or temporary document that I am working here legally. So this visa is renewable every year, and after 5 years of staying here in Belgium, I can apply for a residence permit, but I don't know yet what will happen in the future. I don't know if I will do nanny for a long period of time, or I will just go back to the Philippines and continue my profession. I really like being a teacher, and I miss that, so we don't know yet if I will wait for 5 years and get the residence visa or residence permit. But I've heard that here in Brussels, if you will find family here in Brussels, the approval rate is high. But in Wallonia or outside Brussels, I don't know. But I know someone, like a close friend of mine, she waited for her visa and she got denied twice, I guess, and she sacrificed her au pair option from Belgium to another country because, of course, she wanted to stay here, and I want her here as well because she's such a nice person. But no, it didn't work. So she moved to another country and that's a different story. But I'm just trying to share the reality and not just all about beautiful things, but there's also a risk on your part if you will do the same. So friends, if you will ask me which one is better, being a nanny or an au pair, it's your choice because an au pair is a cultural exchange program. There's specific hours that you are allowed to help the family. It's light household chores and to be with the kids, but with nanny, it's a heavy job. You have to clean, you have to work 8 hours a day, or sometimes other nannies work more than that. And with au pair, it's light. But of course, in exchange to working 8 hours, you will get a salary. And au pairs gets allowance. So there are pros and cons. But friends, if you are uncertain of the family, if they will get visa for you, and you don't know if your visa will be approved or not as a nanny, but in au pair, it's sure. It's so seldom that the visa of an au pair was not approved, so the approval rate of having an au pair visa is so high than of being a nanny. So it's your risk, and maybe you can do research about being a nanny in Luxembourg, because I've heard that you can be a nanny in Luxembourg as well, but I don't know if it's declared or not. But you have to do the research yourself. And if you have questions about being a nanny here in Brussels, just leave a comment below. Don't be shy, we're friends here. And see you on my next vlog. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, to subscribe. It's so important to like. Oh, please do like if you want, and leave a comment below. And I'll see you on my next vlog, friends. Mabuhay! Goodbye, au revoir. Thank you for watching.